I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we live in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Calipari out of here.
Found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes. They gonna take it.
This is when we got to tell.
This man doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Wow.
In the words of Cardo, we here. We here. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm excited about today's episode. We got a lot to talk about in the college world, Tomo. This is probably the most college sports. We're going to talk about everyone R2L. We got to talk about South Carolina.
You must mean refuse to lose the show.
Not bad.
Yeah, because CTC might show up. He going to have something to say about that.
You're right. And he just had an episode yesterday, man. You might want to catch. He got a little emotional at the end of the episode, too. So make sure y'all check that out. But we got to talk about South Carolina becoming, champions in the NCAA Women's League, right? We got to talk about John Calipari, pivoting to another school, Arkansas. That's crazy. Bronny entering the draft, but he going to put the transfer portal in his back pocket. We got to talk about that, right? And talked about it last week, Tomo. I mean, you said it. We saw new Drake Maye going to the Patriots. Then we got Drake Maye. Washington is going to draft Drake Maye. We got to talk about that. But I got Mr. Get Done Son Mr. Get Done Son here. And Dave's Doghouse, he's not here today. But, we're gonna honor him while we're here. But, Tom, before we do that, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. It's good to see South Carolina get that perfect season. Also to see Bronny give y'all the 1-2 special where he like, I'm going to enter the draft. If I don't get drafted, I'm going to go over here. And one more thing, may or may he not be the starting quarterback for the Commanders, or may he get drafted by the Patriots. We don't know what's going to happen. The sports world is so unpredictable, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm good. You good?
I'm straight, man. I know it's supposed to be a solar eclipse today, I'm not sure you heard about that. My wife been all on that, 3:32 Eastern time on the 23rd second. It's going to, all this stuff, right?
In the numbers. Uh-oh.
I mean, that's the number I just threw out there.
I was about to say, man, the numbers people, man, they'll put everything together.
Exactly. This mean this mean that, but so it's supposed to be a special day, all right? But I'm ready to, turn off my man Dave, man. Go ahead and turn the show up.
Turn me up. All
right, Jody, back to you. All right, man, listen. Make sure y'all watch this. We are streaming this on 3 different platforms, man. On 3 different platforms. YouTube, Facebook, and X. So make sure y'all like the video on all 3 platforms. If you haven't already, follow and subscribe on all 3 platforms. And please make sure you share this video with somebody that y'all know so they can watch live with you, because I know you're enjoying yourself so far. We're going to have a good time today because, look, you can use our comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show because we appreciate all the interactions. But, you feeling generous. You feel having a good day. You feeling good, right? You want to, do a good deed. On the bottom right of the comment section, you can see a $sign. You click that $sign, it'll give you a dollar amount. You pick a dollar amount. We appreciate all the colors. We appreciate the turquoise, all of it. But we really love the hot ones, the red and the orange ones. Those are really good, So you put a super chat in there, and then guess what? We're going to pause the whole scene and hit you with the... Hold up. And we're going to put your comment on the screen, and we're going to read it out loud and give you the floor. because we appreciate all the donations and the gifts.
Donations. Gifts.
And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, the floor is yours.
And just like that,
There it
Carlos
is.
said, we here. We here. And we are here because you said about NCAA sports. We talked a lot about college sports. Of course, we got CTC. But one thing, I think we said it on a few episodes back, and I don't know if anyone's been paying attention, but the WNBA is now have their moment because this is the draft class that they've been waiting for. NCAA. These are the rivalries that we've been talking about. I mean, it's been all around. Everybody's been talking about it, but not too many people are talking about the men's tournament. Everyone's talking about the NCAA women's tournament. If you go back and look at the views been going through the roof. People have been stopping what they need to do and say, hey, hold up. LSU playing Iowa, or Iowa's playing UConn, or South Carolina. They just out here blowing through people, or even if it's a close game, they're gonna find a way to win because that's just a powerhouse. Sure. Or is the dawn of a new powerhouse. Okay. Or we say dawn of the powerhouse. It's however you want to phrase it. Dawn Staley's been doing her thing down there with South Carolina, man. Shout out to the Lady Gamecocks. Y'all went out there. Y'all had the perfect season. The game may have started a little bit not the way you wanted it to, but it finished the way you asked for. So we're gonna say like this: South Carolina has won the NCAA title, completed a perfect season by outlasting Caitlin Clark and Iowa. 38-0, Joe. We got to react to it. I mean, we talked about the men's side with UConn, with I think they have one of the best coaches on the men's side. Dawn is now etching her face on the Mount Rushmore of NCAA coaches. Yeah, y'all almost got me. So, how you feeling, man?
Man, listen. I want to give a round of applause. If you could throw the round of applause, for the women's basketball. Well deserved, not like Dawn said something that was really good and I thought it was dope. She gave Caitlin Clark her props and said, I want to, give you a shout out for putting women's basketball on the map. And we're not saying that like, hey, nobody cared about women's basketball. Like people actually watched it, but the viewership has grown tremendously in these last, I would say, year and a half, right? 2 years or so, right? And it started with the college basketball. We all know that Iowa played this team last year in the tournament, and they gave them their first L. I mean, they was going for a perfect season last year, and they had a juggernaut last year. And Caitlin Clark did her thing, and they put them out, and they ended up losing to LSU. But then the thing about this year, I remember I was watching ESPN one day, and they were upset on how the bracket was set up. Right? They were like, "What? You got Caitlin Clark and LSU in the same bracket? You got UConn, USC, Iowa, and LSU on the same side of the bracket? We want to see one of them meet in the championship. Where's the theater of it?" And at first I'm like, "You're right. Like, why are they all on the same side?" Then I thought about it. I'm like, yo, the best team is South Carolina, right? That's the best team. We all know that. You put them on one side, and you got all the individual talents on the other side. Let them slug it out. And then the winner comes out and play the juggernaut and see what happens. And I like how it happened. The theater of it was so good, Tomo. You got LSU against Iowa. I mean, revenge, right? For Iowa. Caitlin Clark balls out, have a double-double, 40-point double-double, get past LSU. Then you got USC and UConn, Page against Juju, and they ball out. And then that goes down to the wire, and Paige was clutching that. Then you got Paige and Caitlin, and that went down to the wire. Controversial call. We all know that, right? But South Carolina has just been dominant, man. I mean, look at the game against NC State. First half was close, dominant in the second half. Same thing with this game. First half was close, dominant in the second half. I was trying to make it run late in the game, but I got to give Dawn her credit. Dawn led her team to a perfect 38-0 season. Just won her third national championship, went 109-3 in the last 3 seasons. I mean, I ain't seen Dawn this dominant since she was on Martin. Shout out to Martin, man, with his back pain. But it was a good scene. It was a good sighting, man. I had to put that one in before you stole it. I got a feeling you was gonna say something about it. All right, but Last thing I want to say is Caitlin Clark, man. I give her props because leading up to this game, a lot of people was talking. A lot of people, you felt like people were hating, like like it's everybody can say, oh, she got to win a championship. I forgot her name, the girl from UConn that won like 4 championships. She said, oh, she got to win a championship. You hear Tarasi, oh, she think it's sweet. Like she playing against 18-year-old. When she gets to the WNBA, it's gonna be real. Like I get it, but nobody was saying like, yeah, she's great. Nobody was doing that. They were just like, oh, she thinks she's doing something, right? And I like what she said. They asked her about it, and she said, listen, man, when you get to this level, people are going to have their opinion about you. And all I can do is worry about the opinions that's in this locker room. And I feel like she handled every situation very good. So shout out to Caitlin Clark. She is one of the best players ever in NCAA women's basketball, but she did fall short in that championship, which I love to see her do. But shout out to South Carolina and Don Staley.
Man, that was funny, Joe, because you already knew what I was gonna say, man. That's funny that Iowa got here after Martin was like, respect my call. That was a foul. And that's exactly what happened. They got here off a foul call, man. That was really funny. But Don Staley, three of them things, man. It's tough to even win one for some of these schools, man. Shout out to the Terps. But that's for you, Carl, since you think I can't do that my own team. But these ladies here, man, they shut a lot of people up, man. The fact that, like I said, the game started where Iowa went on a run and you kind of looked and you was like, are they gonna run away with this? But then again, Don Staley, she gave you that look. She gave her team this look. Instead of calling timeouts, and it was somebody tweeted it too. It said instead of Don giving timeouts, she get a team look kind of like your mother give you that look when you're going out, but that you can't act up. She'll give them that look, and then everything will just calm down. They settle in, and they get right back to playing basketball. Shout out to Camila Cardoso, man, Pow. A few of the ladies that names probably have been called in the game, but probably won't be named after the situation because I think Camilla going into the draft too, and she showed her dominance down there in the paint. Shout out to the Iowa Hawkeyes. I think that's the name, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Shout out to them because they show poise too. Because for them to start to lose a lead, most teams will crumble, and you can see in moments. Again, these are kids. People keep forgetting that these are kids, and sometimes kids have had those moments where they mentally or just break down and just let everything go. They still fight back. So that's what happened here. But we got to talk about how Don has cemented her legacy, man. Not cemented, but actually still paving the way. She's still paving the way because Carl, I was celebrating in the chat just a little bit, and you humbled me a little bit, saying, "Hey, she ain't dead yet." But look, man, in life things happen so fast that you need to sometimes celebrate your wins in the moment, regardless of what you think is about to come or what hasn't happened yet. Like you need to celebrate it. So if I want to say she's the best coach in college basketball right now, sometimes you just got to say it right now, but make sure it's back to work because, again, I'm not coaching or I'm not playing. So I have to say it right now. As long as they don't go out there and act like that. Because said in the speech, man, my God is an awesome God. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's true. Like when one door closes, another one's going to open. And for her, people probably don't even remember that she was on Martin. Like, shout out to coming back up. But I remembered it. I was like, oh, man, that's crazy. She beat Martin and she beating everybody in NCAA. It's crazy. She's like, I don't even got to be on the court to show you that I can reign dominance. And another quote that was out there, too, and I liked it. Don said, look, if you want to be one of those players that want to average 21 plus points, try to get to the league real quick, this is not the place for you. If you want to win championships, this is the place you're going to come to because we play as a team here. And that's what beat Iowa. Yeah. The team. Like you said, Joe, the way the bracket was, they put the best team in one bracket, and then they put the best individual players in the other bracket. If someone want to come on here and tell me something different, I'm here to listen. But every time you seen Caitlin try to get off, Gamecock said, nah, we're not doing that. They was rotating players on at one point, and then I think, what's her name? Raven. I think her name was Raven Johnson. Once she locked in on her, she said, I got her. Don't worry about it. I got her. The rest of the entire court. Even when she tried to put up a three, she was like, man, come on, bro. Just leave me alone.
She only scored 3 points after scoring 18 in the first.
You know what I'm saying? She was on her like a good lash tech would tell you, man. No glue. So all my lash techs out there, man, you got to respect what happened. But shout out to Don. Shout out to the ladies. And I will say this. Some of them freshmen that went out there and balled for South Carolina, too, lets you know that, it's not over. Like I said on a few episodes ago, man, I thought I told you that we won't stop.
And and that quote you just said, Tom, real quick before we move on. Oh, first of all, I want to give the Final Four games, both Iowa games were had more ratings than the last 4 NBA Finals.
See what I'm saying?
Crazy, right? Matter of fact, had more ratings than every American sport outside of the NFL in the last 4 years.
All I'm saying is, if you in the WNBA, this is the moment right now. Y'all like, look, y'all act like y'all didn't want to get no support now. Here's the support we've been asking for. One of the best draft classes in the WNBA coming up.
It's fucking crazy. You got Paige, you got Angel Reese, you got Caitlin, and also with that quote you just said, man, the team sport, whatever, right? Last year was the same thing, right? Who was the rookie of the year this year in the WNBA? Aaliyah Boston. Where she come from? South Carolina. You know, so it's not like when you come here, like you're gonna have to sacrifice your individual stats, right? But you get a chance to win a championship, and it's going to translate to the WNBA. Rookie of the year came from South Carolina. So it is what it is, man. Shout out to them.
Hey, now before we get to the shows, right quick, shout out to J-Mo with the. He said, "Don't ask me what dish soap I use." #Dom. Hey,
that's worth the super chat right there.
Hey Dom, make the call, man. That's a sponsorship right there.
Facts. All right, let's move on, man. Listen, we have a network. R2L is not just a show; it's a network. You're watching the show now, but we have a shout out to Dave, a plethora of shows, All right, and we got a special announcement too, so make sure you guys stay tuned. So, first show we got, all right. Let me get my thing ready. What we got talking about? There we go. All right, we got BWT Baseball with Teddy. All right, all your baseball content through R2L goes through BWT. All right, and all these channels, all these shows, I'm going to go over and have their own YouTube channel. It's basically their name. So make sure you go check them out. And it's in the link in the description section, all the links of each show. So Teddy will be coming with an episode, I'm pretty sure today, recapping the Yankees and Blue Jays series. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We got CTC, Carl Talking College. Carl literally just did an episode late last night. He went over the Final Four game, the Final Four games before the championship in the men's. He also covered the women's championship game. Shout out to Carl, because he's a South Carolina fan, Gamecocks fan. And he gave his prediction of today's national championship game with the men's. All right. So make sure you got tuned in to CTC, Carl Talking College. FSC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. Like we said, he's back 2 episodes in a row, 2 weeks in a row. Another episode will be dropping this week. Right. This is fantasy football talk, but he's giving you NFL talk at the same time, because fantasy football is technically not right now. The off season is right now, so he's doing some scouting for you, all right? Getting you prepared for the Fantasy Football League. So make sure you guys tune in to FFC. Listen, man, we got RBO, Real Ballers Only, all right? He just came out with an episode on Friday with some new segments, all right? Make sure you guys check those out. Tombo, he had the Unsung Hero. I guess that's the Jordan Poole Award, I guess. I don't know, right? But he came out with 3 new awards, man. He came out with the Unsung of the Week. He came out with the Bucket of the Week and Real Baller of the Week, right? So he's going to start doing that on a weekly basis, giving y'all his awards, all right? So it was a great episode. Make sure you got tuned in to RBO. We got Kings Talk. Listen, y'all, I know I've been saying it. When we come on the episode, man, just the Kings, man, listen. We're going to come on the episode because we're coming down to a crazy stretch. We beat the Nets by 40. Which we needed to do, all right? Because they only had 8 players playing. Make sure y'all tune in to Kings Talk for Sacramento Kings fans. All right? And we have In the Red Corner. In the Red Corner episode will be dropping today. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that. All right? We got In the Red Corner with a boxing-only episode with Fast Cap, Tony, Ricky, and Ty. All right? Shout out to Tomo. He produced this episode you're going to see. So make sure y'all tune in to that. All right? Boxing only, y'all. No UFC, no wrestling, no kickboxing. We talking about with your hands, boxing. All right. So make sure you got tuned in to In the Red Corner today. And lastly, we got Dave Doghouse. All right. He basically gives you lowlights and highlights of anybody in the sports world. You could be in the sports media. You could actually be playing. You could be in the front office. You could be a family member. You can be a pet. You can be an interpreter. You could be anybody. Right. So if you don't do your job, he will put you in the doghouse. But if you do your job, not only do your job, you are a superstar at doing your job, you exceed expectations, he will put you in the yard as a dog. So he recognizes the good stuff and the low stuff. All right. So make sure y'all tune in to Dave's Doghouse. It will be coming out this week. And I know I said lastly for the shows, but lastly of the announcements, or you got the breaking news, John.
World premiere.
There you go. World premiere. Listen, y'all. There's been a heated debate that's been stirred up for a long time now in the chats. This is why you got to join these chats. Palomalu versus, Troy Palomalu versus Brian Dawkins. Who's better? And guess what, y'all? We finally got it here. This Friday, April 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we will have Javon on Palomalu's side, and we will have Kev on Brian Dawkins' side, and they will battle it out on who's better. And this will be members only. All right, so you have to be an all-star member or above to see this live action. All right, so there you go. Those are your announcements. Tomo, back to you.
I mean, the Battle of Pennsylvania is gonna be very, very interesting. So again, man. So when y'all see it right there, say click the link below to become a member. You know, but trading places, man. These coaches, man. Is anybody loyal in sports outside of like the fans? I think this the only people, and then fans be jumping ship sometimes. Like I remember a guy who was an Eagles fan, and now he's like a Commanders fan, and it makes sense because the Eagles wasn't doing nothing while he was up there, and then as soon as he left, they won a Super Bowl. It's crazy. I would have left too, but John Calipari.
What?
Yeah,
you know Eagle fan, a Commander fan.
Yeah, long story. I'll tell you about it later on.
Oh my God.
It's good though. He came back home. But some people would say, I ain't coming back home. Y'all see the logo. I mean, I ain't gonna say it too soon. The way they operating, man. Anyway, become a member. I'll tell you the story. John Calipari, man, trading places. My man, 15 seasons as the head coach for Kentucky, is now leaving for Arkansas, signing a 5-year deal to replace Eric Musselman.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here, man. That's something about college sports where they just like not one person can have a moment. This is like a Jerry Jones-esque type of announcement. Like right after the ladies win, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just announce this. I'm gone. I done had John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins. I think Fox. Did Fox play?
Yeah, Fox.
Yeah, the list goes on and on of the number one draft picks that have come from Kentucky. Like you could start a whole NBA team with some of the picks that have come from Kentucky. Eric Bledsoe. I mean, Patrick Patterson. I mean,
SJ, Devin Booker.
Come on,
Cat, Anthony Davis. I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
It used to be Duke that you could name like that, but now it's Kentucky is taking over. But some people say he was pushed out. Some people say he made this move because he felt like he was being pushed out. However, you don't go to Arkansas. Like, sometimes you don't take a higher position and then move down to a lesser position. Like that's very rare that people do that unless you're like ready to retire. You know, some people may be like, you know what, I'm tired of the limelight. I'm gonna just go down here, and after this, I'll probably retire. That's like that's kind of like you being a supervisor or manager at, you know, for your district, and then saying, you know, I don't even want to do that no more. I'm gonna just go work at CVS and, you know, just be a cashier. Like some people don't look at it like that. 4 Final Four appearances, one 2012 national championship, 6 SEC regular season titles, 6 SEC tournament titles. Like I said, 35 first round picks in the NBA. That's second most by a head coach at one school. 35 people,
and that's only in Kentucky. We're not including Memphis.
Yeah, that's
because Derrick Rose was first overall pick.
That's the only reason. John Wall said he only went to Kentucky because he wanted to play for Calipari because of Derrick Rose. Like, look at that. So imagine if he would have stayed at Memphis, how many kids would have just went there because of that? Now look how many kids probably trying to go to Arkansas. You got the transfer portal situation happening now. A lot of people are just moving around. But I know the fans right now feel like the ultimate betrayal. Some people are still like, I don't understand it. They probably want to burn. I don't know if you can burn a coach jersey, so they probably try and burn some neckties or something that got his face on it. I don't know. That's what you got to do. But for me, I like the parody that's been going on in sports. So I'm upset that he went to another SEC school. However, sometimes you just got to do what's best for you. How you feeling, Joe?
Tomo, you funny, man. You hilarious, bro. I'm gonna say burn some neckties.
Like, what you gotta do for a coach? I don't know.
So I'm looking at the top 20 players in the NBA, right? Top 20. Oh, don't forget Tyreek Evans. Yeah, rookie of the year.
Come on, James.
Memphis. I'm looking at the top 20 scorers in the NBA. This is off the top of my head, Tom. I didn't do the research before I did this. I'm looking at the top 20 scorers. I'm going to count how many came from Calipari, all right? SGA 1, Devin Booker 2, De'Aaron Fox 3, Tyrese Maxey 4, Anthony Davis 5, and so 5 out of the top 20 came from Kentucky. John Calipari. All right, which is dope. So is Anthony Davis up here? Oh, you just missed a cut, my man. Oh, I already called Anthony Davis. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you did.
So, John Calipari, man. I know. Shout out to Carl. Carl kind of did a whole segment about John Calipari after he lost in the tournament. Yeah, look, by the way, y'all, John Calipari hasn't gotten to the one of the final. You already said it since 2015, right? I think last time he been to a Final Four. No, you said last time he won.
Yeah, it was 2012. Yeah,
but last time he been to a Final Four was 2015. The last time he got out the first weekend, I think, was 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Either 2019 or 2017. Last time he got out the first weekend of the tournament, all right? So a lot of people kill John Calipari. I know that don't even make sense, Tomo, all right? But
I'm thinking about when they compared him to the Cal. I'm like, that might be right, bro. I was like, it's other teams, but that's spot on. You can't even get out the first round.
With the talent he has, I know a lot of people kill him and say, oh, he got all this talent. You know, he should be going further. Now, for his defense, a lot of his talents are one and dones. You know, look at UConn. UConn got a lot of guys returning, like a lot of guys who stayed. You know, so the chemistry is there. They got experience. They're not young. Like it's rare that a freshman goes in and win. I mean, everybody ain't Carmelo. You know, like that's rare. Man. So the only time he really won in Kentucky, right, was when he had that all-star team with Anthony Davis. That team was crazy. I think all 5 starters got drafted in the first round, if I'm not mistaken. It was crazy. It's a crazy team. All right.
And the John Wall team, right?
No. The John Wall team, they ain't make it. They ain't make it.
No, I'm talking about the draft.
That team was crazy.
Yeah,
John Wall. Eric Bledsoe was on the bench. On that team. And he
Patterson. Yeah, that was a mob.
Man, Boogie. Shout out to Boogie. But yeah, to his defense, he has a lot of young guys. He did say his main goal is I want to go to an all-star game and all the starters are my disciples, basically. The guys that I coach. You know, so now him going to Arkansas, that's interesting. You know, Arkansas is not Kentucky. You know, Kentucky, I feel like you're pressured to win. Not just win games, but you're pressured to win championships. And he was not doing that. I think he lost. The fans, they wanted him fired. They wanted him out of there. Yeah. And he's a legendary coach. So Arkansas, no, if he had the same resume in Arkansas, Tomo, like they're going to cherish that man. You know, they're gonna love that dude. Imagine all the superstars that we see in the NBA right now come from Calipari came to Arkansas. Think about that. He gonna put Arkansas on the map just for his. Not saying Arkansas was already good. They were already a good team. They were already recruiting good, you know. But John Calipari is at a different level. He be getting the top recruiters, the top 5-star players. So it was weird because he made a commitment to stay with Kentucky, and then this happened out of nowhere, you know. So that's why I'm confused with. After they lost, he said he committed to staying, and then as soon as y'all was over, he pivoted and said, you know what, I'm out. Like I'm getting out when I can.
Peace.
You know. So, but hey, we're gonna see what happens. We're going to let CTC elaborate more on this one, though.
Yeah, no, you definitely going to have to give us a full breakdown. A few of the fans, though, I got a quick fan quote. One angry fan from Kentucky was like, I can't believe it. Cal just stabbed us in the back. Guess money talks. I mean, true. Then you got it on the flip side. The Arkansas fan was like, this is the best day in Arkansas basketball. Our program is back. So look, I mean, for everyone that feels a little bit hurt, there's somebody that's celebrating, man. You know, break up to make up.
Facts, man. For every man's, what do you call it? Every man's trash, another man's treasure.
That's what it's looking like too. That's what it's looking like. Remember, I know we got to talk about the IG chats, and this is gonna be perfect to roll into the IG chats. But sometimes, you know, like when we was younger, you be walking in the mall sometimes, and you like, man, how's that chick with him? Like, how did he bag her? And then next thing you know, you be sitting back and being like, look, man, for every dime, there's a man at home like, man, I can't stand this chick. And that's what Kentucky was treating Calipari like. Meanwhile, Arkansas like, man, if I had one chance, and here go your chance.
That's so true, man. The
And
grass.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What?
I was saying that's just some of the things we talk about in the IG chat.
And people think the grass is green on the other side, but it's not. Trust me. Right? Trust me. You think hey, look, I know I'm gonna say the one more thing. All right, we both married men, right?
What I was gonna say is the thing about grass is if you got allergies, it's all gonna mess you up. So
before you get to the IG chat, I just want to say this. Some little advice, all right? As a married man, a guy told me this. He said, I want you to write down 10 things you love about your wife. All right? Write down 10 reasons why you married your wife. You know, I wrote it down. I wrote it down. What do you want me to do? All right, go put it somewhere. I'm like, what the heck? Why are you telling me to write it? Oh, because you're going to need that a year from now. I was like, oh, snap. So when times are hard.
Steve Harvey.
Huh?
That's better than what Steve Harvey could tell.
Like 10 years, like basically when things are rough, go open that drawer and pull out that list and remind yourself why you married your wife. Go back and look at your vows. The grass is not green on the other side. All right. So let's get this thing going, man. IG chats, man. I got you, Tomo. Dave, you got me, Dave? I got you, bro. Here we go. So look, y'all. Like Tomo said, man, if you want to have more of these, intimate conversations about marriage, join the chat. All right. But look, though, we have IG. Oh, it's not the updated one, but it's okay. We have IG chats for almost every sport, y'all. Almost every sport. For NBA, NFL, MLB, baseball, college basketball, college football, women's and men's. All right. Boxing, UFC. We have also the NBA chats collab with the WNBA. We also have soccer and hockey. So if you want to join these chats, first of all, these chats are basically conversations on a daily basis. A lot of debates going on. We give you news and updates on injury reports, trades, free agencies, anything sports related in that sport. We send it to the chat before any major platform. So you might get a notification on Bleach Report, and you might hit a Tomo like, Tomo, did you hear about it? Tomo like, bro, I heard about this like 5 minutes ago. We good. Like, you should have been joining the chat. You know how many times people reach out to me and say, hey, Joe, you heard about this? I'm like, bro, I heard about this like 50 minutes ago. Like, so we got all the sources, and we get them to you fast. All right. And also, to get in these chats, you had to become a member. All right. And I'm gonna pass over to Tomo, and he's gonna tell you guys how to become a member.
So, I mean, it's very simple. You just click the link in the description below, or you can comment on this video here, either on Facebook. You can retweet it on Twitter, on X, Twitter, or on like the comments also work for YouTube too. Just say member, and we'll reach out to you and be like, all right, what chat you want to be in, and then we'll make that happen. But you have to click the link in the description. So you could be a pro member for $2.99 a month. You get loyalty badges next to your name and comments, and live chats. You get priority comments, as you can see throughout the show. Your priority comments definitely come to the front. Anybody that got on a plane, or if you fly Southwest, you want to be Class A. But families and military people get to go first. So make sure you got a family. You get your comment up first, then you get to join one sports chat. Also, if you click the link, you get the same perks at the All-Star level for $4.99 a month.
There it is.
The member-only videos. If you try and see what a Philly fan got to say, why Brian Dawkins is better than Troy, we gonna figure it out. But you gotta be an All-Star member. I really like to see how this is gonna go down, because everybody know about Troy. Head and shoulders above the competition. We gonna see. You get to join multiple chats, and you get to request a topic or segment nominee. And this is for all the shows on the network. So if you go back to the first half of the show, all of the shows, you can request a topic or a segment nominee. And as you see, RBO got the segments popping. CTC got some segments coming. In the red corner got some segments as well. So on and so forth. I can go all day. But most of the topics for the segments for R2L is National Average Top 5. You're done, son. And then you got Dave's Doghouse. That's the actual episode. Dave's Doghouse as well. You can throw them in there. But sports related. Remember, it's got to be sports related. Also, you click that link while you're there. You're like, what's this superstar level? What's the superstar level? I mean, if you in the club and you see that velvet rope, you can't step over this, because that's the superstar level. You got to pay to get up here. Some people say ladies are free in the club before 10. I ain't heard that in forever. They just show up now. Everybody got to pay. There's no more discrimination. Y'all all got to pay. And We do that here. Refuse to lose too. You got to pay $9.99 a month. You know, R2L chat. That's the one you could be a part of. That's the VIP chat. That's where the casual conversations go. VIP only, as Dave would say. And we have a parlay chat too. If you want to be a part of the parlay chat for $9.99 a month, you become a superstar member. The R2L chat is both on Instagram and X. You get to be a guest on the show with these perks. You get awards and plaques to the top performers. That goes based upon the episode that you do. So the numbers speak for themselves. We don't do the voting behind the scenes. We let your YouTube views do the votes. So go ahead. And there's an episode about that. You can check that out. And we do the member shout outs. So shout out to our superstar members. Shout out to our superstar members. I'm gonna say it one more time. Shout out to our superstar members. So if you're an all-star member and you want to get a shout out, you gotta become a superstar.
There it is.
Tone, Coach, Teddy, Cardo, Donnell, Joe, Dave, myself. And you may ask why the big three are superstars. I'm not answering it on the show. Become a superstar, and I'll tell you why.
There it is. All right, y'all. Let's get it.
You right back at it. That's funny that you was like, hey, throw the alley-oop, Dave. You know, like LeBron and D-Wade. Because next thing you know, Bronny might be throwing alley-oops to his daddy now. Because is he on the same path, but a different James? You're going to see. LeBron keeps saying, you know, he's starting the podcast. You know, he already got the wine. He had the shop. You know, he spotlights the shop now. He gave that over to Mav. That's his show now. You know, and LeBron started his acting career. Watch Space Jam if you want to do that. He's doing a lot of things to tell y'all that, look, I'm almost done with basketball. And y'all not reading or picking up the signs. You know, that's why he was sitting over there with Jeannie Buss. He was telling her, like, yeah, you know, Women's History Month, but I might be out of here, Jeannie, so draft my son. Savannah ain't like that. She started her own podcast too. She's probably talking about it on there. But Bronny, like, I ain't got time for none of this that y'all talking about. I gotta get into the league because my daddy said you want to play. He on his last leg, so I'm gonna see if I can get drafted. But if I don't get drafted, I'm also hit up this transfer portal because either way, I'm out of here. So by Bronny leaving USC, does this mean that LeBron is potentially out? Because when he left Cleveland to go to LA, what school did Bronny go to? Let his family dictate his moves, which a smart man should do. Joe, we got to react to Bronny entering the draft. Now, he's not one of the best players in college basketball right now, but he is good. He has the potential to be good. His head coach also left, so that's another reason why he probably entered the transfer portal. Think about this. What school does Juju play for?
USC.
Okay, so Bronny is...
They went to the same high school too.
So that means this is like... I ain't gonna say it. I mean, if y'all don't, it could be a little loving basketball thing going on here, man. But at the end of the day, I think Bronny is good enough to get drafted in the second round. If he does make it, I wish he would do one more year just to, you know, perfect his game and get, you know, just get a little bit more understanding of the basketball aspect. But one thing about a legacy kid, it's rough for you. And with the same last name as one of the best players in the league, it's going to be rough for you regardless of where you go. Like, you can't be LeBron James Jr. working at Apple. You can't be LeBron James Jr. Working for Facebook, even though that might be what you into. You might be the best coder ever, but if somebody like LeBron James, like LeBron James, I only know two LeBrons. That's LeBron that played basketball, and my homegirl got a son named LeBron. There's only two LeBrons I know. At the end of the day, you cannot be named LeBron James Jr. and not think that people gonna be like, man, you gotta be just like your pops. Look at Michael Jordan's son. He went through it. He tried. He said it wasn't for me. And people was like, yes, it is. That's your daddy. And he was like, but I'm not him. I'm me. So we gonna see what happens. Joe.
Yeah, these are definitely signs of him. This fall, like his dad approaching this final days. They asked LeBron, and they asked him like, when you go, like, how much time you got left? He said, I don't know, but I don't have that much time. He said that, and we all see it. You know, we can see like LeBron energy ain't not even the same. It's like when he goes to the regular season, it's like waiting for the playoffs to get here. When he get interviewed, he don't have no energy, man. But I think it's smart what Bronny's doing too. How I like what they said. I didn't think about this. They said he only using the drive to see what he needs to do to get better next year. And that might be true. Like, you know, they got the strength and weaknesses of each player and everything. They work you out and all that good stuff. So he can always opt out the draft and just enter the transfer portal to see, like, depending on how high he would be drafted. Now, we all know that LeBron might say, oh, Bronny gonna do it himself. He gonna earn his right. I mean, listen, no matter what LeBron says, I know he got some strings pulling in the background. Like, there's no way he got some strings in the background pulling. You know, he's pulling. So, and like just by him entering the draft after the season he had tells me that without LeBron saying anything, he knows that if he just announced, like LeBron's gonna manipulate everything. He knows. He's not gonna say draft my son. But what he's gonna say is his son's gonna say, I'm gonna enter the draft, and Bron's gonna say, this is my last year. If those two go together, team's gonna be like, okay, we know LeBron wants to go with a team that got his son, point blank. Now, I didn't look up LeBron contract. I'm not sure. Like, I think he signed through next year, if I'm not mistaken. All right.
I think he got. I thought this was his last year on his deal.
Is his last year? Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
I should look that up.
I'll look it up.
Okay, cool. So, all right, but here it goes. Time out. Oh, see, he has a player option next year. Oh, he's smart, but like like I should have known that LeBron always does that player option last year. So, come on, man, LeBron. Listen, it's kind of like they both are being flexible. LeBron could opt out his contract, and he can go meet up with Bronny if Bronny gets drafted. If Bronny doesn't get drafted, he could just re-sign with the Lakers for one more year, and then have Bronny come out the year after that. So they're just weighing their options right now. I feel like, and obviously they want to reunite. That's LeBron's dream to play with his son, and I'm rooting for that. Like that would be so dope. Like father son on the same team, and depending on how good LeBron still is, that might motivate Bron. You know, and that's like at least whoever team they go to, they can at least compete. Not for a championship, but get them to the playoffs. I can see that happening, especially if he goes to the East. So, but Wizards.
I mean, with all the second round picks, they should be able to get them.
So on the second round picks, facts. So yeah, but that's true though.
I mean, they got a shot
on the second round picks. So yeah, man. But I like it. I think they're a smart family. They know what they're doing, and they know what they're doing. That's all I gotta say. They know what they're doing, and I think it's probably better for Bronny to grow in the NBA than to grow in college anyway. So even if he get drafted and don't get a lot of time, he's growing in the NBA. So
yeah, but I don't want the Lonzo Ball factor to kick in. Not saying that how Lonzo's father was doing all the bragging and boasting for him on the way out of the draft, and they put a lot of pressure on him. Now it'll be one of those things. Imagine if you on the same team, but you know what comes with playing with LeBron. We got athletes that's been in the league for years that ended up on the same team with LeBron and ain't played the same. Kevin Love, Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving, AD. Like, these are players that are all-star perennial players, and they haven't played the same because of the pressure that comes with playing with LeBron. Now, imagine if you his son and you on the same team with your father. Like, that's a lot to come into the league with. So I can also see him being like, this sounds good, but I don't really know if this is what I really want. So
yeah,
that could be the flip side of it. Or maybe he may be like, you know what? I don't care about the pressure. Let's see what happens.
LeBron did say, man, Bronny better than half these dudes in the league. When he tweeted that, they put it on X. So yeah, you're right. Like,
but when LeVar said it, the pitchforks was out. All I'm saying is, look, man, it can get ugly.
And it's funny because after LeBron tweeted that, they did a mock draft for Bronny, and he dropped. And he was like, man, he don't care about y'all mock drafts. And we like, bro, you the one that came out and said he better than half the dudes in the league. Like, come on, bro.
I'm just he was really talking about the Nasses, but I mean, we gonna see.
Is that you? Oh,
nah, that wasn't me.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. See, we talking about LeBron too much on the internet. All right, we're going to the next one. We're going to the next one. So we talking about Drake Maye. Drake Maye. Yeah, you're not about to cancel us, Bron. I heard you got beeps happening and all that. So look, man.
I'm like, hold on, is that my phone? Go ahead.
April showers bring May rumors, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. 2 episodes ago, we were sitting right here with Teddy saying, hey, man, we heard that the Patriots may be getting Drake Maye. I was like, I mean, let's not talk too fast. Because Adam Peters came from the 49ers. They were talking about at the pro day, one of the 49ers staff members was like, ooh, did you see that throw? Sometimes your old ties can kick in, and Adam Peters like, well, if y'all like to throw and y'all like him, then we may need him because we already got the cap space and we got some of the weapons here. So let's make it happen. I'm not a Commanders fan. I told y'all my pick at 24. I don't know what we gonna do. We ain't did nothing in the free agency either. But Joe, you said he was the second most talented quarterback in the draft, and he may end up on your team. So what's your reactions to the Commanders coming out saying that they will take Drake May at the second pick?
Man, he say, she say. That's all I gotta say. The chat. Oh, the Commanders, they said they're gonna draft JJ McCarthy. I talked to a lot of people in this side in the organization that's good with Adam Peters, and they said they're gonna draft JJ McCarthy. That's all the memes. Oh, all the memes and the gifts in the chat. Then a week later, they're going to draft Drake May. What? I told everybody. Nobody knows who we're drafting. Nobody knows. If anybody think they know, they don't know. I remember they asked Dan Quinn. He said, for those who think they know, they are far off. Just know that. Like,
well, we should know what's coming from him. Anyway, my bad.
Hey, Cowboy guys. Thank you, Cowboys. Appreciate you. Couldn't do it without you, right? But yeah, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
Get out of here.
Oh, by the way, I peeped you had a new song. I didn't even catch it last episode. When Teddy said so, you got a new sound effect in this thing. I didn't notice that. Yeah. But yeah, like he say, she say, man. Oh, Jaden Daniels first. Oh, they got Clint Kingsbury. Oh, they about to get Caleb. Soldier's telling me they're gonna do whatever it takes to get Caleb. Oh, they really like Jaden. Oh yeah, he's a lock to be number 2. He's locked to be number 2. Oh, I'm hearing JJ McCarthy. He's a guy. And then I can't believe that source said they will. That's what he said. It said they will draft Drake May. Ain't no I'm hearing. It said they will. So, bruh, Tomo, I'm at the point where I'm like, all the noise, I'm just mute. I'm mute. I don't care I don't care what nobody says. As long as Adam Peters, I don't. As long as Adam Peters or Roger Goodell don't say it, I don't believe it. All right. When Roger Goodell go on that podium and he announced that second draft pick, then that's when I believe who we got. All right. So that's all I gotta say with that.
And with the second pick, Joe does not care at this point. Joe does not care. I feel you, man. It's one of those things where you hear so many rumors around your team that you just become numb to it. And trust me, of all people on this panel, you should know. I know. Okay. There's been 19 million free agents that was like, ooh, I want to go to Dallas and never signed with the Cowboys. Okay. And I can name the list. Hopkins, Shaq Leonard, Odell Beckham. That's just a few. Zeke even trying to come back. So when you hear rumors around your team, you're just like, man, it is what it is. Now, out of the 2 quarterbacks, because now that we know for sure that Caleb is going to the Bears, do we still? I ain't even gonna play around. They traded Justin Fields. They're going to draft Caleb Williams. So now you got 2 quarterbacks that you can choose from. Either way, you're going to be good. As long as you don't get JJ McCarthy. I think that's the only name that will make you be like, you know what? I'm done. But with these 2, you can't go wrong. So if it's May or if it's Daniels, it is what it is. And it's Jaden. You know, I cracked the joke last episode where I was talking about Jalen, but it's Jaden. So honestly, with this source, they just doing that to help his agent. That's all that's going to happen now. You're going to hear a lot more up until I think the draft happens on the 25th. So you're going to hear even more rumors come in between this week and next week. And with this eclipse happening, I mean, everybody just losing their mind. And one more thing, with the earthquake that happened up there in the Northeast region, we just want to say condolences to anybody if they was lost in that situation. But also, we also need to realize that, global warming is a real thing. And that's what's happening in the sports world. A lot of crazy stuff is happening. We just seen Calipari go to Arkansas. We about to see Drake May go to DC and they win more than 9 games. It's just a lot of crazy stuff that's going to happen, y'all. So be prepared. So, Joe, I see you on the 25th. And around about, I don't know if the draft started at 7 or 8, but probably about that 8 o'clock hour, if we're doing a live stream, I can see you coming on here being excited. Yeah, let's go. And I don't know who the quarterback going to be, but if it's JJ, you still better come on the live stream. I got to see your reaction.
I'll be on. And I know before you got out here, I just want to read the reports, all the reports, the little carousel. First, oh my gosh. The belief. This is the first report right here. The belief from sources around the league is the Commanders are currently leaning toward J.J. McCarthy at pick number 2, according to Tom Pelissero. I saw I pronounced your name wrong. All right, and then after that, Adam Schefter, my guy, the guy that you can trust, says he thinks the signs continue to point towards the Commanders drafting LSU star quarterback Jaden Daniels with the 2nd overall pick. It seems like he will bring a lot of the attributes that the Commanders like. And then the last one. Siren, report, capital letters. The Commanders will select UNC QB Drake Maye with the 2nd overall pick. Multiple NFL sources tells Fox. There are many people around the NFL who view those tidbits as smokescreens when talking about Daniels and McCarthy to Washington. So
come on now, dog.
Just wait.
Come on, man.
Just wait, man. That's all I gotta say. Just wait.
Hey, well, we ain't gotta wait for these last words, man. That's just out the way. I can't wait to see what you and Mark got to say after this draft, though.
I know, especially Mark
and the chorus, because he's been on the episode, so this is gonna be good.
Mark gonna be more emotional. Just know that. But I want to say my last words for this right here. Make sure y'all tune into this, y'all. This has been a debate that's been like brewing for a while now. All right, since the NFL season, y'all. Like since midway to the NFL season. And Kev, listen, y'all. This is the same Kevo who came on live when it was Hurts against Lamar, and he said he felt like he had to do it because he put himself out there. This one, we like Kev. You can say this one out. He like, nah, I don't want to do this one. And the consensus says that Palomalu is like clearly, like Tomo said, head and shoulders over the competition. But Kevo feels otherwise. So we don't want to hear Kevo saying, oh, I was forced to do it and none of that stuff. Because he threw himself out there after we told him, bro, you sure? All right? So, and even Vaughn said, man, I'd rather do Carl and Air Reed, man. This ain't even no competition. I'm like, oh, it's not. So, y'all, make sure y'all tune into this one because there's a lot of pride going in this one. Members only.
Hey, I'm gonna just comment on this as my last words as well. Hey, Kev, but basically what he's saying is don't pull a J. Cole. Don't throw the diss out there and then go on stage on some look, man. I just don't feel right.
Oh, that's what he did?
Yeah. I'll let you watch the clip because it can go either way. A lot of people are taking the high road saying, like, hey man, that's a man who chose peace. He found his inner peace. Okay, cool, but we're not trying to hear that right now when it's a rap battle. All right. And like Dave said, man. And LeBron said it when he won in Miami. It's funny that a Heat fan would say that in the comments. It's about damn time, man.
The guy who deserved a trophy outside of Miami, talking about, yeah. LeBron deserved a trophy.
Now why you gotta bring up old stuff?
I don't know. I'm gonna get Dave in the chat. I already know.
Hey, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be tuned in. Popcorn and everything.
Yes, sir. I can't wait. Friday, 7 p.m. That's gonna be my Friday night. You know, that's gonna be me and Heidi gonna be sitting on that couch on the TV watching the debate. All right. So yeah.
Kev, Mom, Battle of Pennsylvania, man. Y'all better rap it right.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. It was a great show. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.